Hey, welcome back, Motorheads. I do want to take this intro to offer a quick apology. My original vision for this series was an episode every other month, but I really haven't gotten a chance to film recently, and I certainly haven't gotten a chance to drive anywhere fun recently. But I do want to take this opportunity while we're in my garage to talk about the first issue I ran into with my C5 Corvette over the summer. And unfortunately, it was before I decided to film a YouTube series, so you won't see directly me fixing it, but I am going to explain a little bit how I did fix it. Now, my issue was a windshield wiper issue, and they were consistently running. So, if you'll permit me, I am going to do this a little bit differently and talk about this directly as opposed to an overdub. I do an overdub because I do find it easier. I'm not the most eloquent speaker. So an overdub allows me to edit easier post after the fact. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is remove this cowl piece. So what I like to do is just flip this forward right here on the engine. There is a wire that runs directly to the windshield wiper fluid reservoir, and I don't want to have to undo that and re-put it back together. So I'm just going to flip this forward real quick. Now in here is the wiper motor itself and the wiper arms that run across to the passenger side wiper. If you need to replace this motor, you're going to have to pull this entire section out, which is what I ended up doing, because on a lot of the forums I read, this was the number one problem, was a motor shortage, or the motor otherwise failing. Now, like I said, I had a problem where my windshield wipers were on constantly, and when I typed it in the forums and I looked for a solution, it was to replace this motor, which I ended up doing. So I went down through here, I replaced this motor and pulled it up. Now, I do not suggest doing that unless you're sure this is your problem, because it is a pain in the butt, to put it mildly, to get down in there and fix it. But what I do want to show you is something that you should do down in here when you first buy the car, or if you've had it for a while, or you've never done it, you weren't aware of this, to kind of prevent the motor from failing. And that was part of what was on the forums. So I'm going to go ahead and reach down in here, and it's probably going to be a little bit of a pain to get out. But there is what they call a rubber udder down in here, and I think I use two hands to better grab it. So the good news, and if I move this back to where it was, is that if you dig the stupid move I did and drop it through the hole, it is recoverable. The bad news is it's almost as difficult as getting it out of that hole to begin with. So I'm going to show you this fairly quickly. So this here is what they call the rubber udder. I don't know, you probably can't see through it, but it is open on both sides, and it needs to be empty. Now the reason for that is water collects in this area, and these rubber udders facilitate the draining down below and out of the area. Now, if these are clogged, which in my case they were anywhere between 70% and 90% clogged, the water's going to back up here and seep into the motor, the wiper motor itself. Now, I knocked all the debris out of these probably about 6 months ago, right before I started this series. So I'm sorry you guys couldn't do it along with me, and I couldn't show you what I was doing. But I just wanted to explain that this is a common problem, it seems to be, on the forums. So there's actually two udders down in here. The second one is just to the, if you're looking towards the forward of the car, it's just to the left of the first one, which I removed. Now, I am not going to check both of them. I'm only checking this one today. I have confidence that both of them are clean. It's only been about 6 months. But this is something I definitely suggest checking right after you buy the car, or if you've never checked it, even if you drive it very rarely. When I bought this car, it had 10,000 miles on it. Now, I can't say what the previous owner did, how he drove it, how little he drove it, where it sat, but I can say that even with the 10,000 miles on it, this was pretty well clogged. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back in here and flip this cowl over and put it back down. Now, as I mentioned, in my case, I ended up replacing this whole wiper motor, which is a process because then you do have to recalibrate it as well. It's not terribly difficult. All said and done, I have very little mechanical experience when it comes to working on cars. Now, I did do it at a friend's house who has significantly more mechanical experience. He built his own Jeep from the ground up. But he really helped probably 15% of the total project or so. I did most of it by myself. Now, someone who has very little experience, I can say that this did take me about half a day. If you have much more experience than I do, this will take you significantly less time. So, all said and done, I replaced the motor up there, put it all back together, and turns out I hadn't fixed the problem. Now, that is a fairly frustrating feeling if you guys have never experienced it. It is quite frustrating. So, what I did was I went back on the forums, I did a little bit more research, and it turns out my first inkling, which was it's a problem here in the tree, is correct. So at this point, I was determined to fix this problem myself. I really have not worked much on cars at all in my life. And I know it's a Corvette, like, what a bad idea to work on this car as your first car. What if you mess it up? I was determined to do it anyway. And I did have a friend who has much more experience. He actually built his Jeep from the ground up. Say he would lend me a hand if I ran into any problems. So I just went ahead and I decided I was going to do it myself. Replaced the motor. I ordered that from Pep Boys. Did that in probably about a half a day. And the switch took me about a quarter of a day. So altogether, the system took me 3/4 of a day to complete. It cost me about $185. I think the exact total was $182.68. I just looked it up the other day, and I remember that's number sticking in my head. So $182.68 to do this whole system. Again, ordered the switch from Amazon and the motor from the local Pep Boys. If you do a little research, you could definitely come in well under $100. For instance, the switch, which cost me about $80, could be gotten at the local junkyard for me around $15. It was not something I wanted to spend time doing. I felt this needed to get done fairly quickly, as that weekend was both wet and dry. It was intermittent rain, and having to pull the fuse every single time was kind of annoying. If you guys don't know, if you guys and gals don't know, the windshield wipers, when they're running in the dry, can actually scratch the glass. So it was not something I wanted to deal with down the road. I'd rather fix the problem from the get-go. So all that being said, the takeaway from this is check your udders. Now, in my case, that wasn't the problem. My switch went bad. But you guys and gals, if you're purchasing a C5 and you take it home and you're oogling it over that afternoon, which I did, but I was unwise, go ahead down in there and check those udders. For me, having a car with 10,000 miles on it, I would have never dreamed that they were anywhere between 70 and 90% clogged, but they were. And I wish I had cleaned them out earlier, because probably then I could have said, more likely my switch is the problem, and saved myself the $100 up front. Now, if you've had your car for a while, is something to check. If you keep your car in the garage, I would suggest you check it as well. The reason I say that is because I'm fairly certain this car was kept in the garage by the previous owner, but still when I went in there, there was leaves and debris, and I hate to say it, but it looked like something was in there that shouldn't be in there. So I went ahead and knocked all that out. Like I said, there's 2 udders up there to check them. And on a scale of difficulty, from someone who's inexperienced, I would say cleaning those udders is a 2, because you do have to remove that top plastic piece, and it does clip underneath the window, as well as removing the windshield blades themselves. So I would say it's a 2 difficulty to get in there. I have bigger hands, so it was a little bit more difficult for me to squeeze in there. To do the whole system, the motor and the switch, I would say that's anywhere between a 7 and an 8 on a 10 scale for a beginner. For someone who's more experienced, that's probably an easy 4. But again, as someone who has really never worked on a car before, pulling all this out, you're going to have to pull this whole section out that comes down into the console itself, and then make sure everything's all together when you're done. That's a good 7. I want to thank you for watching this video while I finish putting everything up together here. If you have any questions, any comments on the series, any thoughts, anything you want me to cover, just leave them down in the comments or shoot me a message, and I'll do my best to take care of that by answering them in another episode. Have a great holiday, and I'm looking forward to 2019.